Hello, America. Well, I thought I'd do try to do some kind of voiceover on this. I don't have a script or anything. I just wanted to put something over this video. So, I guess just to let you all know I'm still alive. Well, I haven't really done anything except these CZs. That's all I do anymore. I've got this Python too. I've been diddling around with the loadout on it. I pretty much arrived at the situation where, well, it's about as maneuverable as I can make it. I think the last thing I did on it was I switched the FDL drive out to a Class D model and put fast reboot. Is it? Well, fast spin up, fast charge. Fast FDL charge. That not because it makes it really charge up any faster, but it makes the drive lighter actually. And then in addition to the stripped down experimental effect, that makes about as light as you can get it. It doesn't lose a whole lot of range, and it makes the ship a little bit faster and a little bit more maneuverable, which is what I'm really into on this thing. I'm trying to make this thing as maneuverable and fast as I can. And it's just a load of fun to fly. I've got these burst lasers on it with short range blaster and inertial impact, and they're really powerful at close range anyway. And a couple of flat cannons with drag drive and corrosive effect and overpowered. And it's just a load of fun to fly. I'm really having a lot of fun going through these CZs with this. I can get through them pretty quick now. I think on the previous video I mentioned it does take a little bit of tact. You have to look out for the elite guys that come in after about a minute. You want to make sure you want to try to avoid getting fixated on by them, which they will do once in a while. But as long as you manage to avoid that, it's really not difficult at all. I mean, I can get right up on these guys and just blast away at them. No problem at all. Yeah, this is just a regular ship here. He's not the spec forces. And they go down pretty quick. I mean, there's certain combinations of weapons on these ships that are just really overpowered compared to the ones you might fool around with. Like me, I spent years playing this game and just trying things at random, and most of them are just not very effective. But there are a few things that are. Most of the ones that are really effective, you have to grind for. You have to join up with another power and stay with them for a month, and then you get access to them. There's a special class of frag cannon that I'd have to work for another power for a month to get access to. And I've never bothered to do that. I probably will at some point. This is another CZ with a ring next to a planet with a ring on it, which I think they probably do that on purpose because it makes for a prettier location. This is just another ordinary ship. I haven't noticed the spec forces. I don't know if they're coming. I don't know if they're out there yet. After doing a few of these, I find that I can spot the spec forces because when they first come in, they tend to clump together in a little group until they start tangling with some of the other ships, and then they tend to spread out a little bit. Sometimes I can spot them by flicking through all the available targets. Sometimes they don't show up there, but I can kind of turn around and they'll shoot the blue beam, so you can kind of spot where they're at usually. This is just another ordinary guy. Of course, I don't really want to talk about this game at all. I want to talk about a video I watched the other day. This is a real nice lady on YouTube. Her channel is called the New Enlightenment with Ashley, and she does book reviews, and the books she reviews are, they're pretty highfalutin types of stuff, talking about all kinds of high-flown topics, mainly to do with philosophy or politics or economics or whatever. So she put out this video about 4 months ago, and the book she's Reviewing is called Debt by David Graeber, our historic moment of economic transition, and I find all her videos really interesting, and I like to listen to them, each one of them at length, and I don't usually have much to say about them. I don't never comment on her videos because, you know, this is all way over my head generally. On this video, though, right at the end, though, she got into a little thing where apparently David Graeber started saying stuff on the subject of hopelessness and, you know, how bad it is to be hopeless with regards to the political situation. You should never be hopeless about the political situation, apparently, is what David Graeber is saying. And she feels like there's a huge, I don't know if she was saying this or if David Graeber said this, but apparently it requires a huge propaganda machine to pump out all the hopelessness, you know, I guess to keep the peons in line or something like that. Well, I feel personally attacked whenever people start bad-mouthing the concept of hopelessness, because I'm pretty hopeless. You know, I feel strongly on the subject of hopelessness. I think it's morally superior to be hopeless. I think you should always be hopeless. It's always best to be hopeless in general, yeah. It just makes you a better person, and you won't go to heaven unless you're hopeless, is the way I see it. But more seriously, you know, like I said, I feel attacked. So I have to speak up for the hopeless. Well, strictly not strictly speaking that, because, you know, because hopeless isn't really what it's about. Not for me anyway. I wouldn't call what I am hopeless. What I am is I would say what I am is realistic. See, the idea is that David Graeber wants you to believe that you have agency, as he said. Which is another way of saying he wants you to believe that you have a snowball's chance in heck of affecting the way things happen around these parts. You should believe that you have agency, you know. You have a chance of making a difference, that kind of thing. Which I wouldn't dispute that at all. I mean, anyone can do that. That's not a problem. See, what I have a problem with is when you go from that to talking about making society better in some general type of way, you know. Like, I think people have all kinds of abilities and agencies and things that they can do, as long as you're talking about things that are practical, things that people, I mean, people have agency to walk down the street and buy a jug of milk. They don't really have agency to flap their arms and fly to China. You know, there's some things that you'd like to be able to do, but if those are things you want to do, you might as well be hopeless, because you can't do them. You can't flap your arms and fly to China. It ain't possible. It just ain't. And one of the things that I don't think is possible is designing a better society. And I can tell you why. I don't think anyone's ever designed a society. We have a lot of rhetoric about democracy or communism or socialism or what have you, but I think that it's all really is just rhetoric. This is talk designed to attract followers to whatever person or party is in charge or hopes to be in charge. They want followers. They want supporters. What human society really is a person or a party that's nominally in charge. That's given the official title of being in power, and you know, and on the ostensibly because they're going to make society better. But again, that's just rhetoric. What they really do, they do what they can is what they do. You know, it's not possible to make society better. What it is possible to do is to arrange circumstances so that your needs and your security and your requirements are taken care of. Okay. And that's what leaders do, is they take care of their own circumstances. They take care of their own problems. They take care of their own security. And in the process of doing that, they create circumstances that are, how should I put, that are good for their followers. Their followers their followers can take advantage of the circumstance of what the leader does to take care of their own security and their own needs, and in turn the people below them can do the same, and you end up with this hierarchy of people taking care of themselves, and in the process creating a little safe zone for the people under them. Okay, well, that can only go so far, and also that's at the bottom. That's what every society is, and it's what every society always has been. The rhetoric that goes with that of democracy or capitalism, that's window dressing. Okay, what's really going on is the people in charge taking care of themselves, and in the process making a safe space for the people under them, and so on and so on. That's not to say some societies aren't better than others. They are. It's a matter of the character of the people in charge. That's why I vote for the Democrats rather than Donald Trump. It's a matter of the character between those two groups. More so that Donald Trump is a bad character. He's a spoiled child of privilege. Even if he got in the position of being the strong man that he wishes he was, he wouldn't be any good at it. He's totally corrupt, et cetera, et cetera. He's not the kind of guy you want running the country. But in the larger sense, I'm not really operating from a situation of total hopelessness. It's just that I don't think it's possible I guess you could say from a computational point of view to set up a better society than what we have. People just don't have the math for it. They don't have the mental. They don't have the ability to organize at that level of sophistication. Maybe someday they will have that, but in the meantime, all you can do is vote for character, vote for the better character, or vote against the worst character, as the case might be. There may not be any really inspiring characters out there. I don't know. Harris is pretty good. I kind of like Harris, but mainly the main thing you just want to do is keep the idiots out of power, and that means voting against Trump. That's all I got to say. But you should definitely watch that lady's channel. Have a good day.